we are not just creating jobs, we are also supporting the economy of South Africa. So where is it coming from when people say migrants are taking our jobs?
I think it's just jealousy.
I
ran from my country because they were looking to kill me. I even settled in Tanzania for a while, but now everybody knows, hey, he's in Tanzania.
As we welcome anybody that's from Africa who has the correct and authentic documents.
But I'm not gonna come here to wait for the government to give me food.
Africans on Africa, let's go.
Africans on Africa podcast is a space for borderless African dialogues. The point of this podcast is to have conversations that go beyond our identities, but also trying to make sure that we speak to our identities and make sure that what makes us different doesn't make us separate out, specifically within the African context. And today, I want to talk about a topic that's going all over the world. I think wherever you go, you hear about the fact that migrants, specifically African migrants, are taking people's jobs. And I wanted to see what the reality is with the situation and talking to people who are on the ground. And also having read states like the World Bank stating that Africans, specifically in South Africa, are creating 26% of Africans in the South African context are self-employed, whereas in comparison to locals within South Africa, it's only 16% who are self-employed. I thought it would be great for us to talk to people who are within the business world and creating employment and, in a sense, seeing the perception of this narrative and where it takes us. So today, on the podcast, I have Elizabeth Lima, and I also have from Uganda, Mr. Michael T. Thomas. Yeah. And part of what is making this conversation fascinating for me is the fact that Elizabeth is from a combination of Peru and Malawi, and also grew up in Zimbabwe, whereas Mr. Michael is from Uganda. And maybe to kick things off, I just wanted to start off with putting the question to Tabiso, who is at the back of the cameras, in terms of, people have been talking about how Africans are stealing jobs and how Africans are stealing jobs internationally, but also within the South African context. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know, man. I think a lot of it is not based on data. So people don't have like actual facts. It's more people's experiences, what people are seeing. And a lot of us, because you don't interact with people outside of your circle, what you see is what you think is the reality. What you think is the fact, right? At the same time, the sentiment, my opinion is the sentiment comes from, I think, a place of pain and in some cases desperation. Yeah. Especially in a country, I mean, it's not unique to South Africa. It's happening in the US right now. It's happening in the UK. There are, if I had a job in England right now, I'd be in a lot of shit, like people saying the same thing, right? Like these immigrants are taking our jobs and so on and so. But for example, what they're seeing in America, they drag over immigrants away from the US, and now the farms are suffering. Yeah, I have all these farmers who voted for Trump. I couldn't have any workers. Yeah, because the Americans don't want those jobs anyway. So yeah, I don't know how true it is.
But I think two things that you say that are kind of important for me is this aspect of, I think migrants taking jobs also defines another racial aspect and racial layering, because if you said if you go to the UK and take a job, but also he gave a reference of mostly Latino people who are working in farms in America, and bringing it to our own context. For me, it's like people of dark skin are the ones who are defined as stealing jobs. We have a lot of migrants from the US, from European countries who are not identified as taking jobs. And I also don't want to make it about data, because perception is reality. What people think and what they believe in, for them, is their reality. So I wanted maybe to start off with Elizabeth and just talk about, what do you think about the perception that migrants are taking jobs, and maybe in introducing yourself, tell us what you think about that narrative.
Okay, my name is Elizabeth Manuel Lima. With that with this topic, what I can say is, I feel like people, they are missing facts, because when you are taking someone's job, you have to come at a company where someone is working, and that person has to be taken out and you go in. But the way I have seen, like me, I've been here in South Africa since 2009, and I have never worked at a company. I've been working for myself. So it's like when you come in a place where you cannot find a job, when you create something, I don't think that it's taking someone's job. Because we are creating employment, and we are employing everyone, and we are not even choosing, like, you are not from South Africa, you are from South Africa. When we are working, we work with everyone. And when we are seeing everyone, we see each other as one. So the other thing is, for us creating those jobs, we are not just creating jobs, we are also supporting the economy of South Africa, because we are paying tax. From our own hustles, we pay tax. We come to the buildings where no one is renting, and I come to rent that building. I don't get a loan from the bank because I'm not South African. So I work, I look for my own money, and I come to a building, and whatever they ask me to pay, I pay it straight from my pocket. Even if the chair which I put in my shop, I don't borrow money to buy the chair. We buy everything cash. So now, if someone is saying that we are taking their jobs, I don't understand it, because even if I don't rent this place, it will remain empty because there's no one who's renting it. And if we are speaking reality right now, I think everyone who's listening knows. If I have to go to a mall and I tell them that I want to rent a space for business, then I am a foreigner, and a South African comes. They prefer the South African first than me. They will tell me to bring a lot of things so that I can prove that I can manage to pay the space. Why do they do that? They know that we don't have financial backup. We cannot go to the bank and borrow money so that we can pay. But with South Africans, if they go and find that place, even if she brings a statement with 100 rand, and me, I bring a statement with 1 million, they can take the one who has 100 rand and give them the place, and me, I don't get it. I've got some examples which happened in my life. I'm not gonna state the places.
So maybe I think something that you mentioned is you spoke about the fact that coming to South Africa, you created your own opportunities. But I think also some part where you started, you spoke about how stealing jobs is about getting someone to lose their job, so to speak. Yeah, this is also what people think about when they think about job losses. It's thinking of it like, if someone wasn't working at a specific job, I would be able to get that job. And if someone gets that job, there's now a shortage of jobs. Maybe something that I wanted to ask that you also spoke about is you were here since 2009, you started your own business. So maybe talk us through that. What kind of business do you do, and how did you start that business? But also, how many people have you employed since 2009, and where have these people been from?
Okay. When I came here 2009, right now I'm currently doing hairdressing, and I've got a coffee shop. So when I came, I studied marketing. I am an auditor by professional. So when I came here, I looked for a job.
So you're an auditor who also studied marketing?
Yes.
Before you came here?
Before I came here, I was working for RIS. I was working for an NGO in Zimbabwe. Yeah. So when I came here, I was looking for a job to do what I know. So I was employed with Netplay 911 Assist. And when I went there, the position which they gave me and the money which they were offering me, I told myself I cannot stand here. So I decided to find something which can give me money quick. That's when I ventures into hairdressing. So I started working for someone. I think I worked for that woman. She was from Kenya. I worked for that woman for 6 months. And that woman, she failed to give me my money. And it pained me because I worked more than what she did to me. So I left the shop and I started renting the shop next to her. And because I had so many clients and because I was good with what I do, so the people, they started coming. Since that time, I've never worked for anyone. I started working for myself. So there was a time when I fell pregnant and I couldn't go to work. And I went to work in Long Street. I worked for another guy. And when I worked there, when I just gave birth, I went back to work for my own. And for us to get the capital to start the business, it was hard. There was time that you can go in a shop and you rent a chair. When you rent a chair, the price which you are told, if the people sees that you're making more money, you've got so many clients, your rent will be raised there and there, and you don't have anywhere you can go and report. You see. So we struggle to be where we are right now. It was not easy.
So from renting a chair to having a salon and a coffee shop, how many people do you employ now currently? And
I've employed a lot. I've got, if I am going to, I've employed Zimbabweans, I have employed Congolese, I have employed South Africans, and I have employed, colored people. And after COVID, before COVID, things were not well. I had to go back home and I closed everything. So I stayed home because I wasn't feeling well. I went home not because of the business, but because I wasn't feeling well. So when I went home, I received my treatment and I was operated and I came back. I was operated 2019 and I came back 2020. When I came back 2020, it was still COVID and I opened 2 shops. And I didn't open those shops with the money which I had here in South Africa. Okay, the other thing which I want to say is when we are coming here to South Africa to stay and to work, like me, I can speak for myself. I'm not leaving Zimbabwe because I'm running away from poverty. In Zimbabwe, I am fine. But I am used to be here because when I first came here, my life changed. I gave birth to my children here. So now this is my home. You understand it?
Yeah.
So when I came back 2020, I had my finances. So I opened my business. I opened 2 shops and I was running those 2 shops. The first one, I opened it in April. Then I opened the second one in August. This is COVID we are talking about. When people were sitting at home, working in their homes, not going to work because there's no one who was going to the offices. I think everybody knows the place. But I managed to open 2 businesses and people were coming. How did I make people to come to me? I was using social platforms, advertising my business. That means it takes me a lot of money for people to know that we are operating. And on top of that, I was doing word of mouth. I was printing flyers because my shop is here in Claremont. I was walking from Bishop to Rondebosch, putting flyers in every door's houses so that people, they know that I'm operating. So these are some of the efforts which we do for us to run the business. You understand it?
Yeah.
And people, they don't know about it. So after I operated year 21 to 24. 2024, I decided to open another business. So I got a place and that place, there was no building. There was no set. I opened a coffee shop at an old building, which was French Embassy. So I went in that place and the lady was using the main building for B&B. And I took the garage. I saw the garage and I saw an opportunity. I told her that I can design it and make my coffee shop and I'll make it. And when people, they're coming to have events, then I'll be selling food for them. And One thing I can tell you, I've never been in the business of restaurant. It was my first time, but it's like when I put my mind into something and I can see myself doing it, and I follow my guts and I do it. Yeah. So when I opened that place, I didn't have a lot of money. I had money which I have saved, and it wasn't enough. And I paid the rent for that shop. I registered my business, and I went to City of Cape Town. I asked them what exactly they wanted me to do, and they told me, and I did everything legally. And after when I registered, I went to open my coffee shop. I went to the police station in Claremont. The DPO, he knows about me. I went there and I told him this is what I want to do. And I told him that I wanted a liquor license. And he told me how I have to go about so that I can run my business. So they come to my place because I wanted people in the community to support me.
Also, like, I just need to mention that we are currently situated in Elizabeth's shop. So thank you so much for having us in your shop and giving us space. But Michael, I don't want to leave you in the conversation.
Yeah.
And maybe talk us through your own journey in terms of what do you do and what kind of business do you do and how you got to South Africa when you got to South Africa. And specifically, I also want to hear about if you employ people and how many people you employ.
I'm Michael S. Thomas. I'm from Uganda. Yeah, the thing is, me coming here in South Africa, that was 2017. Coming to South Africa, I didn't think that I'm gonna get a job. All I knew is I would do anything to survive. Yeah, so I didn't think that I'm gonna find a job here and there. So getting here, I started working for a guy in a salon here in Claremont. I worked 6 months later. I've saved a little bit of money. I'm like, yeah, this is enough for me to go. I had to start my own business. How? I had my 700 grand in 2017. To me, it was a lot of money.
700 rand.
700 grand.
Okay.
I just I made business cards, started giving them around. Of course, I didn't expect any clients to come through. Then remember, I quit my first.
So, just to be clear, your business is also a salon, right?
Yeah, it's a hairdresser, yeah, salon. We do dreadlocks and everything. So when I started giving out my business cards, I started getting calls after 3 months. I almost gave up though. But after 3 months, clients started calling for bookings. I've already done 1, 2, 3 clients. Then I'm like, oh, okay, this will work. Because someone is booking for the next appointment. So I pushed and went ahead. I started renting a chair in a salon next door from my previous boss's salon. I started paying the chair 1,500. I went on and on. Clientele was growing. I started co-renting with other people because I'm trying to cut the story short. So I started co-renting with other people. This co-renting, I'm paying 1,500. Yes, of course I can get a better space in the location or the township for...
So can you just explain a bit on the car renting? Is it car renting? Did you say car renting?
Co.
Can you explain what the...
Co-renting, like let's say we have a shop, then I'm paying half, you're paying half. But
co-renting.
Yeah,
okay.
co-renting, yeah. Sorry.
So this is for the salon, not for the chain.
Yeah, I went to the co-renting now, to the salon. Yeah. After co-renting, then we actually lost our shop in the lockdown. Then I moved to the other side of Claremont because I was scared to leave my old place because I was like, yeah, what's up? I'm gonna lose my clientele.
You said you could have gone to the township and set up.
Yeah, I could have gotten to the township because even if you can find space for that much, but like your goal is you aim higher. You don't aim low. You see. So, what my thing here is like South Africans. They have many opportunities, but they don't believe in themselves. So, cause why would I settle for less in my?
Why do you say that?
Yeah, because a lot of people come to you, they're like, oh, you're paying 20,000 for this shop. You can get a container in the location this big and then put this and that. But trust me, are you going to drive your Maserati and come support me in Kailicha? You can't, bruh. You can't. So that means you're settling for less. You can't give me such advice. I really want to go to the waterfront. You see? So I feel like South Africans have many opportunities here. Me, the bank sends me messages. You qualify for this much. I get to the bank like, oh, sorry, we only give it to South Africans. I'm like, oh, okay. But why was the message in my phone in the first place? You see? So meaning I can get a loan, but I'm not South African. So I would just argue South Africans to go start their own businesses because this is their land, their country.
How does it feel, man? You get those messages, you start that equipment.
Joe, one day I was like, I see you qualify for 250. The way I jumped, ran to the bank, I need this 250 because I want to open up a nice shop because I'm dreaming big, man. I reached the bank, they give me the good news. you're foreigner, bruh. We can't. I'm like, oh, okay, thank you. I just left. So I had to save up penny by penny until I had to make my shop. I think you've seen my shop, how it looks. But it didn't just come just like that. It's saving, right? I don't buy the Nike. I'm like, yeah, let me save this for this chair. Yeah. So I would really appreciate if they don't think we're taking their jobs because I'm employing South Africans as well. I'm employing a Zimbabwean. I'm employing Ugandans. Wait, I don't care. Anybody that comes and they're willing to work and also have good work ethics, we would go together. I don't mind even selling franchise to anybody. You understand? But the thing is, we're all Africans. We're not here to take nobody's job. I promise.
I think
So when you guys are working, both running salons, that industry, I don't know, but it looks very competitive from what I see. And you said something, you said we're all Africans. When you're working and you're seeing everybody else working, studying there, doesn't feel like that.
We have peace here. As you can see, we are sitting together. We know that we came here with one goal and we support each other. And this is why the people, they think that we are taking their job because we don't fight among each other. You see, he's from Uganda. My background, I can say now I'm from Zimbabwe because that's where I was born. So now when we are here, when we have clients, there's sometimes when he has a lot of work, he can come to me and say, can you do this person? When I have a lot of work, I can do the same. When I'm not in the shop, he knows where I am. We communicate. We are family.
off camera, you said something that when you started, you worked for her.
No. I didn't work for her.
Renting.
I co-rented with her at one point after we lost our shop, the one who were co-renting by the station road. I came and co-rented with her for roughly 6 months.
Yeah.
But you see, we worked good, no problem at all. I got my own space, good, and I think life goes on. But I would say competition is development. Yeah, other than just fighting over. There's a big love for break, guys.
What does that mean? Competition is development.
Yeah, why I say competition is development, as she said, look, there's clients, ne? They come like 7 clients, but I'm already fully booked. Then she gets there too. So we're developing the area because people know, that place, I'm going to get everything done there. Yeah, so I'm not going to suffer to drive again other mountains to go find another stylist. I know, the next door neighbor will help me out.
Besides that, if you want to see if South Africans had the mind which we have, I think this place was going to be a better place. As you helped him, but he was.
I mean, do South Africans not have no barriers?
No, not. Sorry, I'm not talking about. I'm talking those ones who are complaining in January.
You said the mind.
Yeah, mindset.
Yeah, the mindset. You're talking about the mindset. Okay. So we are talking about the mindset. So if they were thinking in the box like us, yes, we are thinking. I don't think we're going to fight. South Africa was going to be up on the map more than any other countries, because I've been in South Africa since I say 2009 until now, and I love traveling. I've been traveling a lot, and I've seen that this continent, this South Africa, we are more blessed. I say we are more blessed because this is where my life is now. We are more blessed than people who are overseas. Because even the way the government operates and everything, they've given us the opportunity that even me, as a foreigner, I can come and rent a building and do something. If you go to Europe, I was in Germany for the past 3 months. If you go to Germany or you go to France or anyway, you cannot just rent a building as a foreigner, even no matter how much money you have, because they want to know, oh, why are you getting this space whilst there are people in their country who cannot acquire the same space you have. And their taxes.
So are South Africans both saying the same thing? Like, how can you acquire this building without?
No, they've been given the opportunity, but they're not taking it. So the land owners, like the property owners, they want to pay their bills, so they cannot leave the building empty. That's why they go and ask us, like, we need A, B, C, D, so that we can give you this. But now in Europe, it's something which is different. They need you to have insurance first. They need you to have medical aid. They need you to have a lawyer before you get a building. You understand it? And when you have these three things, they need to see your account, that you be able to qualify to pay the rent if your business is not gonna run.
Yeah.
You understand it?
So it sounds like what am I understanding is you're saying when you're in South Africa, the access, you can access more.
Yes.
So you can start a business.
Yes, you can start a business. These opportunities, they're given to someone who is gone and register yourself, and the South African government knows you are here.
Now, what I want to ask you is, once you've done all of that, you start the business. What is your guys? We went Tremont, they kept up. What is your experience? Do you ever feel like you're being treated differently, whether it's by other businesses, by the government, or by customers, by clients?
Me being in Cape Town for these 8-9 years, no, nothing has been like put to me like that way. So I don't find myself being segregated or something. No.
So this question of you're taking our jobs, has it ever like come up in your life?
No, not today.
No.
Not
I want-
Cape Town.
I want to throw something your way. And I think it's something that you spoke about, both of you, is this aspect that the loaf of bread is enough. But you also spoke about how you are coming from this aspect of both of you hiring a chair to renting a space. But I wanted to ask, so is the like, and maybe also you can also respond. You've already responded, but is the loaf enough?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would say yes. Cause why? She does ladies' hair. I don't do that. But get the picture here. She does what I do, but I don't do what she does.
You don't do ladies' hair, or
I personally, my style is.
He cannot braid.
But like I can braid.
He cannot do
Yeah,
braiding.
but she does don't
I
it.
do braidings. So I do white hair.
It's a
I do red.
That's two wings.
I do a lot of things.
Compliment.
Yes.
What is white hair?
Like when you there is a different when you're doing
Caucasian hair.
Caucasian hair. I'm just putting, when you're doing Caucasian, Asian, and black hair, it's different. You understand it?
Didn't you do some white girls hair?
No, for the dreadlock, for the dream.
dreadlock.
But like what I mean, the bearding, the bridal.
We are talking about-
I let's do that. But like that's what I mean. It's always a wing somewhere. So people shouldn't even fight for nothing. Cause clients come and go, bruh. It's not like you can tell me very few people have, like you used to be my client. How many years? 3 years now. I don't see you. But am I not surviving? So they don't miss the break. It's still enough. Now you're back, then we continue. So we shouldn't fight for jobs, guys. We shouldn't fight for jobs.
Every time when you do one client, you refer someone, and the business, it's always there. It's always.
You know why I was asking
Yeah.
the question of taking our job? I was asking if you guys ever faced it, and you said you've never faced it.
No.
You know why I'm asking? But we start this conversation, and I don't want it to be like the news is saying 1, 2, 3, so it must be happening to you. We don't know, right?
No. For me, I want to say this. I've got so many South Africans who support me, especially in my shop.
And again,
Yeah, I've got a lot of clients who have been with me since 2009, and until now they're following me.
and on another hand, people just don't know. South Africans love to support fellow South Africans. I've seen that love somewhere. Someone is like, she will start her appointment by speaking her own language. That means she's looking for someone from our country. So why wouldn't it, like if we put a South African salon in between us? I don't mind. I'd be very happy.
The reason why I was asking if the love is enough to everyone is I'm thinking of a situation where we know even if it's in the news or like now what I wanted to ask is it, like what Tabiso asked, is it reality? So where is it coming from when people say migrants are taking our jobs? Where do you think that comes from?
I think it's just jealousy.
Yeah.
That is the word. I put it out there. Everybody take it as you want.
It sounds like something a Nigerian was. Yeah, that kind of thing.
That's the truth.
Me, I think it's a laziness because if you look at those people who sit down and say that they're not doing anything with their lives.
So what if the jobs for them? What if they are trying something and it's not wet?
They're not
Can
trying
I
hard.
ask you something?
They're
If you go around Claremont right now, I want you to count how many salons are here. If when I came back to South Africa 2020, there was a lot of salons, but I didn't say that I'm not opening because there are salons in Station Road. I find a place and I open. When I opened this place, there was no for dreadlocks or for hair. There were guys who were doing burger, and I started doing hair here. I used to take flyers, stand at Cavendish wearing my mask, targeting everyone who has hair, and I give them. And I even go to UCT and I left my flyers there and I told them that I'm giving you student discounts. You know, I was creating something of my own. And I was telling people on my flyers that if you cannot come to the salon, I can come to you. I started doing house calls at the same time I'm opening. I used to open my shop 50-50 because most of the few hours I'll be standing in the road. And when I come back here, sometimes I'll be tired. And that time, you can go for weeks without anyone coming.
What do you think that is? I mean, you were saying not people are not trying hard enough. And when you described it, I'll be honest, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't go out there and, or at least I don't want. Let me say I don't want.
You see,
What is it? What's changed? How come is it upbringing? I don't know. Or maybe the mindset thing.
No, the thing is, it's the government. The government promised people a lot of grant. You see, I don't know if I fix hogs, but I had this unemployment grant. I don't know this, that. Why give all that money out? Yeah, it could do something else. Let the people work. If you have your hand, kids go work. If you have your head, go work. Because you need to work for you. Ne? But now they're expecting a lot of free things. Now they see, hey, I'm suffering, but I can still get this 300. But remember that 300 is just one bottle of wine. So it's...
But I also think there's a conversation to be had about the fact that grants cover a lot more than just unemployment, but also it's like people who are disabled, people who are old, people who cannot help themselves. But also like there is the general reality that poverty is real in South Africa and in African countries as well. And I think those grants also help people
Yes,
that a lot.
yeah, for me to go and stand in the mall and give out the flyers, it's not about anything. It's about the upbringing, how I was raised. Because I came to a background that you can become a father and you can become a mother and you can become a child. I think in my family, we were 8. So we were 5 girls and 3 boys. And unfortunately, girls were the last one. The boys were the first to be born. So we were raised in a way that you are forced to do something, you see. So we didn't grow up easy, although I didn't grow up in a family which is poor. I grew up in a family which was average. But I learned how to work since when I was finishing my O-level. I had to go and work in a supermarket and become a merchandiser so that I can make a difference, so that I can contribute my fees for my university. So we were raised that way. So working, and I think maybe you can see most of the people who comes from Zimbabwe, we were raised in that way that we can work. If you leave us in a desert, you find well, you know.
Elizabeth, did you try to start a business in Germany?
Okay.
Because you spoke about so much specific information about it.
Okay, I I went to Germany on a holiday, and because my job, I can work anyway. So I went with my crochet in my hands. And during my holiday, I was working. I went to the festival in Spain. I was doing dreadlocks there. So what I'm trying to say is, it's not about South Africa only. When you have that mindset of working, anywhere you go, you can do something.
So you studied, and you've also ventured into a lot. Okay, I'm thinking of the fact that you studied. Why take this route when you have studied? But some people will say, I studied and I'll just stay in my route.
Okay, the thing is, when you're coming to South Africa, you're not given an option. Because the job which I want to have, people around here, they are having it already. And for me, like when I went to Netk, they told me that my certificate for Zimbabwe, it cannot apply for them. I have to restudy here and obtain a South African certificate so that I can get that position. Of which I didn't have time, because I've got a place where I'm staying, the rent needs to be paid. So if I am going to enroll myself in the class, who's going to pay my rent? So I wanted to do something which can make me survive that time.
So I have a question that every video we do, the question gets asked in the comments. Back up.
So if it's about mindset and upbringing and you work hard and you try hard, why not do it in Zim? Why not do it in Uganda? Why in South Africa?
Yeah, the thing is, I personally left Uganda as a refugee. Like I came here as an asylum seeker. So I ran from my country. But I'm not gonna come here to wait for the government to give me food. Yeah? Because I have arms and legs. So I'm not gonna wait for the government. I know the government gives also, I don't know if it does give that grant to the for the refugees, but I'm not gonna wait for that.
Can I ask, when you left Uganda, how old were you?
I was 28.
What were the circumstances of the country at the time?
Like, as an...
For you to say, it's bad, I'm as he for.
Oh, no, it was my... I don't know if I'm supposed to discuss this on camera, but it's...
Okay, cut it.
So, okay, so I ran from my country because they were looking to kill me and stuff, you understand? So I had to run and find a better place. I even settled in Tanzania for a while, but now everybody knows, hey, he's in Tanzania. I was also scared. I continued deep. Even I can move to the Antarctica if I must, but I'm running. So don't think that I'm here in South Africa to stay forever. No, if I found another place to run, if I found I'm not safe in South Africa, I'm gonna leave. Yeah, but good enough, my job is in my head. So I'm just gonna run with it. So I'm not here to take nobody's job. Yep, I just here for safety. That's all. And
We're about to ask, do you feel that you're safe here?
I feel I'm safe, 100%, because the law is protecting us well. I've not been abused. I've not been nothing. Mind your business, then you live better. That is South Africa for you. Don't do wrong. Don't commit crime. Yeah, then you're fine. Nobody's gonna touch you. But then you leave your country, come commit crime, then no, of course you're gonna end up in jail. But now you need to eat. That's where it comes. You need to work, because if you don't work, you don't eat. So I'm not going to wait for 300 rand. I'm not going to wait. Even if you're giving me 10,000 rand, I'm not going to just wait for that, please. Thank you. I need to work. That's it. But me, working for someone, still it doesn't make sense. I don't want to be shouted at. That's the thing. I don't want someone to boss me around. I don't want to I don't understand. I need to create my own job to salary. Yeah, that's the thing.
Elizabeth, your thoughts?
Yeah, I wanted to say that South Africans have got a lot of opportunities. As I'm saying that I do charity work in South Africa, I have realized that there are so many centers which offers people to study if they have dropped out for free. And those privileges, they're building to South Africa. And like me right now, I've gone back to school. I'm studying business. I'm paying a lot of money. I even tried to go to those three things and they told me you're not South African. You see. So there is a space, there is a room for South African. You qualify more than us. And I can just add those people who are saying that we are stealing their job. We are not stealing their jobs. If they don't have, they don't know what to do. What they should do they should collaborate with us. Then we can give them ideas.
But the thing of like, ideas work hard. What do you say when people are saying, as in you've probably faced the same question, when people say, why not go back to Zim and do it in Zim?
Okay, for me, I'm here in South Africa. What I'm doing in it's nothing than what I'm doing in Zim. I travel a lot. Like the past 3 weeks I was in Zimbabwe. I've got a project which I started right now in Zimbabwe, which I started it in Germany. I am going to take 55 people to Europe in June, and I had the money. I looked for funds and I got 85% fund from Germany. And now I'm taking footballers who are young in the Premier League, and I wanted to go and scout it. And if God allows, I'm going to do the same thing here in South Africa, because I've already put a proposal.
But I just think, in response to what Tamisa said as well, with regards to that question, we also have to think carefully of the idea of going back home, so to speak.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Like, for me, I didn't leave Zimbabwe because there's nothing for me to do.
No, but there's two ways to that.
And I didn't stay here because I'm a refugee. I'm going there.
But that's why I'm saying there's also the idea that there are people who actually do not have a home to go back to. If you think of Michael, and then you say, why don't you go home and do it,
So just saying you weren't forced to leave Zim. Yeah.
Yes, I wasn't forced to leave Zim. I'm a director for a company which is called, it's a school. We've got the biggest school in Africa, and we travel all over the world. I stay in South Africa because I love it. And I stay in South Africa because it makes my things easier. Because I can work and get the current which I want. And, like Zimbabwe, the way it was before, after Robert Mugabe left, it's about lifestyle of me. You understand it? I could have the money, but I fly.
I don't understand. What do you mean about lifestyle?
Yeah, I'm saying it. It is lifestyle for me. Like, I can stay in Zimbabwe. I have money. Like, when I went back 2016, I was back home. 2016, I was in Zimbabwe, and it was COVID time. And I can, if I sit down in my diary, I can tell you the dates where flights were stopped not to come to South Africa, because that time I was coming to South Africa to do shopping and go back home. To do shopping and go back home. Because I had stayed here from 2009 to 2014. So my life now, it was revolved here. So when I went back home, I wasn't comfortable because I can go in the shop and I cannot find the things which I was finding here.
You said something because that, and you said Clement is home.
It is home because since I have come to South Africa, I've stayed here. You understand it? I gave birth my child when I was staying here. I have opened businesses in Mopri, in Long Street, and in Claremont whilst I was here in Claremont. So most of the people in Claremont, they know me.
Yeah.
You understand it? That's why all my charity works, I do it here also. So when I'm looking at fellow South Africans and me, I don't see the difference. I feel like we are one, because those people who support me, you understand it? I have never knocked at a door where there is a fellow South African and they shut the door for me. They are the people who helps me. Even some of the projects which I'm planning to do right now, I'm not doing it alone. I'm doing it with people who are from here. You understand?
Yeah.
But I think, sorry, Mate.
Oh, you can give your...
No, I was just thinking about what you were saying, and I'm thinking in my head, this is not about you. Just in general, not everybody has the privilege to go back.
True.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the point that I was making, that the perception of home, there is the idea that some people can go home, but there are people who actually do not have a home, or who have a home now because they are in South Africa, which is an example that Michael also spoke about.
So, with me, I have nowhere to go, bruh. Me, all I would say is, guys, people should create their own jobs. If you can't create a job, go to school, bruh. Yeah? At least find a better job. Because you can't tell me someone is taking your job in a restaurant. I hear the waitress is taking your job. This is not a job. Is this something that I give to a robot? My own dog can bring me what I want. I just tell him, fetch the ball, fetch that. So he's bringing something to me. So you can't tell me waitressing is a job. It's not a job, guys. When I hear a doctor, a lawyer complaining, I would understand. Because this person invested their time to study this. But bruh, doing hair, you don't need nothing. You don't need nothing. Just come to me. I'll teach you how to do your hair. Go start your own salon. I give you a franchise. I don't mind giving you a franchise. I can make a deal with you. You can pay me later. Because we need to lift up each other. We can't just keep each other down. Imagine me, a foreigner. I'm living a nice life in your own country. It doesn't make sense to me. I wouldn't appreciate. What do I have that you don't have as a South African? Yeah? We are all human beings. We are bleeding red blood. Please, go work like Mike is working. Come here. I teach you how to do your hair. Go open up a salon. Because you have a government that can fund you for that. Start your own salon.
Even go to YouTube, there's tutorials. You can learn how to do anything nowadays. The network, the internet is allowing us to do so.
So there's low. I was a waiter. It is a job.
Is it so? I can wait. Take me today right now. Give me that whatever or suit or something. Tell me, take this food to table 9. If I won't take it, don't lie to me.
I'll ask you to repeat though. I'll ask you to name the food on the plate. That's a difficult job.
I'm gonna tell you, we have a tabiso special. We have a Lizzie special.
What's the type of special?
I'm just reading the menu, bruh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think something important that you're saying, and with that in mind, I think it's also wrapping up where you ended it, right? Where is I think the perceptions are there and the conversation is out there, but I think the individual is more important in terms of pushing yourself and going out there and making things happen. And I'm glad to just have a conversation with people like you who also are making things happen for themselves, and living a life in terms of creating businesses and also creating a space where people can be employed as well. And with that in mind, I thank you guys for joining the podcast, and that's it from us.
Oh, wait.
Yo,
Where are we? Tell us about the business. What you're doing. Let's get some stuff.
right now, we grow. Yeah. So right now we do have 4 employees, and I'm also a 5th employee. So yeah, we're doing good. Right now, if you're visiting Cape Town, you would just Google the best dreadlock salons down in Cape Town. Trust me, you know what you'll see.
Best dreadlock salon. It's called the best dreadlock salon in Cape Town.
No, it's not the name, but like if you Google, because if you go to a strange place, you're gonna ask for best restaurants, best hotel, best this. So that's the best salon. So you're gonna see. If you don't like it, yeah, but actually, guys, the thing is, we should just work together. Even if you're working for someone, it's best you can invest, because it's free to invest. You can invest your salary. You can invest it, other than just journaling and cellaring. It doesn't make sense, because I can't take my hard and cash to go enjoy it in just one night. It doesn't make sense. I have a friend, this nigga gets paid, say 25,000 rand, but in around 20th, around 15th, is borrowing money from you. So like, where did your money go, bruh? He's not paying rent. But when he gets paid, he's gonna go show off, do this. No, bruh. I'm not spending my money like that. Never.
Yeah, I think as Michael said, we are one. Yeah. And we're gonna just put the pictures of the businesses and also just showcase Facebook pages and YouTube pages and social pages on at the end of the podcast as well.
For me, what I can say is, when we are here, we are one family. There is no use for us to fight. And at least we should share ideas and we tell each other how to grow. And if you want to come and do your hair, we are here in Clement at
Dreadlock Salon and
Crownview Studio.
Yeah.
So whatever I touch, I tend to go. So it's
Shisa, with that, that's a wrap. Thank you so much, guys.